Lava lamps have been around for a very, very long time. Some of them can sell for a small fortune as well. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to look at the top 10 most valuable lava lamps on the planet. We're going to show you some very unique, interesting, and vintage ones that can seriously sell for a small fortune as well. There's not honestly that much to a lava lamp, so it's not some huge technical thing where you couldn't repair it. Obviously, if the glass part is broken, you can't fix that, but they can be rewired. A new light bulb can be put in. You can also refill them up. You can change the colors. You can put different things inside of them to make them look different. Now, construction-wise, it's just a light. There's a light bulb in there that heats the substance on the inside, and in some cases, it's just simple paraffin wax. Mineral oil, kerosene, I've even heard was used at one point. Carbon tetrachloride was something that was added to this, though, that would prevent mold and things like that from growing on the inside. And that was one of the biggest factors. That has been banned. So it's still technically a corporate secret as to what is in an actual full-fledged lava lamp by the original manufacturers. Value-wise, the looks of them does not really make a difference in the value on them. You'll find some that were sold in the 2000s, 2010 era that can still sell for $300 and $400. One of the best places to sell or buy lava lamps would be eBay. That would probably be the best place. You will see decent ones on Etsy and on Amazon, as well as other smaller sites. This one right here is an original from the 80s. The color scheme, the cord, the on-off mechanism, the material, and the color of the actual liquid and the actual solid material in there dictates the price. You'll find various different colors of liquid in these also, and those do honestly go back to the very original 1960s, 70s, and 80s releases of these. Super popular in the 1960s. This one from the 80s sells for $400 across the board. In the 90s, the 2000s, and even in the 2010 era, as I was saying, you will find some specific ones that will still always garner $300, $400, $500. Like this Nightmare Before Christmas from 2001. It was released by a major toy company. It is typical of what you will see, these molded designs here. It's just basically a lava lamp with extra add-ons. Some of the bases and the caps you'll find will be made out of porcelain or ceramics. I believe this one's a resin one, which is very popular. This easily sells for $400 outside the box. You have the box, you might be able to get a little more for it as well. In that same time frame, comic book related ones were starting to come out. This is one from DC Comics for Batman. This is from 2001. This is a limited edition, probably special order. It's basically the same thing. This one looks like it may be a mix of ceramic and some resin or cast material for the base of it. It's still basically the exact same thing. It's still just a light bulb, the glass, and the whole works. Batman, this one here, can easily get you $400 or $500 pretty much any day of the week. Now this one's pretty interesting. I've seen a couple versions of this in real life. This one's a really nice rendition of The Simpsons. Homer at the actual nuclear power plant, and the lava lamp is in the middle. Motion lamp, you'll see them called as well. It's something that you will find outside the box. In the box, obviously, it's always worth more. The Simpsons here easily could get you $500 like this one right here. Here's a Garfield one. Now this one has a little bit of damage, and this one's still sold for $550. Obviously, a Garfield fan's going to want something like this. These were limited in production, limited in markets they were sent into as well. It might have even been something that you would have acquired at like American greeting cards or a Hallmark or something along that line. It's still a nice, interesting item in the box, as you see. Holiday-related ones are top of the list as well. This is the Halloween version. This is from the original lava lamp brand, and it has glitter inside. It's really an interesting version. You can also find this, from what I've seen, in different colors of liquid in the middle. basically with the same glitter that floats up and down throughout here. It's little flakes of glitter, and it actually hits the bottom, the heat drives it back up, and it kind of swirls inside of this. So this one can range from $400 to $600, which is what this one sold for here. Now this is from the Christmas collection. This is the snowman, same basic principle as the ghost, from the same company, same time frame, 2000, 2005 era, I would say. There's several versions of some of these from what I've seen as well. Maybe 1 year or 2 years it was released. Some have arms. This one looks like it's missing them, but you can see them on the box. This one as well sold for $500. Now, a large number of the vintage earliest ones that you will find, and some of the more valuable ones, are literally lamps. It was used to light something, and this is a table lamp that actually has a planter or a dish around the bottom. I guess you could put faux plants in it, or candy, or whatever the case may be. Now, this spaghetti speckle spun design on these looks typical of the very late 1950s, early 1960s. And you will find it all over the place. There are floor lamps with that same pattern, and floor lamps that you will see that are actually lava lamps as well. Even up into the 90s and the 2000s, they made floor lamps with similar designs. This one right here sold for $450. Now here's a pair of the same model, the same type that I showed in the beginning of this video. This is a carriage lantern, and it's typical of the era as well. There are a couple slight variations in these. They're all basically the same thing. It's a gold-coated aluminum base handle, and the whole works. Same colors, same basic scheme you will see in these. You really want them to have the original insides. I know folks will alter them and do custom versions where they'll put UV light, where they'll light up and glow and fluoresce under black light. Those still can sell for good money, but a large number of the high-end collectors want them to be all original, just like they would have been when they were issued. These can easily sell for $300 or $400 a piece, even up into the $500 range if it's in primo nice condition. Here's another very popular one along the same lines. This one's from the 70s as well. It looks kind of like a Saturn spaceship of sorts. You also see a genie bottle version, which has a handle on it, and it literally looks like a magic lantern or lamp that you would carry around, but it's still basically the same shape. These easily can sell for $700 or $800. This one here sold for $780. Now here's a complete table lamp from the 1960s, 70s era with double lava lamps, one on either side. Same original insert. The colors are green liquid, and I believe this one has flecks of mica or something along that line that heat up and then float up to the top. There's also a floor lamp version of this in various different colors. This can be wood, this center part, or it could be Bakelite in many different cases. There's different configurations. There's triple lights, quad lights. There's tall versions of these. There's just a large mix and variation you will run into out in the wild on these sorts of lamps. This one sold for $875 on eBay. Now here's one that looks like it's straight out of the 1950s or 60s. Mathmos Lunar Lava Lamp. Now this is a modern day one, 90s I think, early 2000s. These are higher end versions. These are well cast, chromed, the whole works, just like you would expect from something back in the day. Well designed, the fluid, the color goes with it. The actual material that floats and swirls around is well designed also. I've seen a few of these in person, and they really do look very nice. They usually can command a super high price. This one here sold for $1,176 on eBay. Now, sometimes it's just the size of the lava lamp that makes it valuable. This one's worth $1,800 and sold on eBay because of the size. This is 4 feet tall. It's a monstrous version, probably one that would have sat in a mall or someplace to garner attention to a major store, maybe the main store in the area that would have sold these, or a Spencer's giveaway, or a luxury gift from some sort of mail-in catalog. But it easily went for $1,800. Now here's a real interesting table lamp, and I do remember seeing these back in the 70s and 80s at Spencer's and in the mall. They were mesmerizing almost to some extent, depending on the color scheme. Sometimes you'll see the wax on the inside as well as little flecks of floating glitter. Sometimes they'd mix in the whole works, and it would kind of get to be muddled after a while. This one sold for $980 on eBay. Now here is a very sought after version right here. You'll see them in pairs for like bed stands or tables, you know, and sofas and things like that. This is really an interesting one. The name itself you usually see marked as Stardust Lights Heat Tapes. And this dates to the early 60s. It has a wood base with a filigreed cutout design here. There's a metal interior that looks pretty much like the top underneath the filigreed area here. It has a push button. Very sought after. This can easily get you $1,200 a piece. $2,000, $2,500 easily for a pair of these. I have seen a few different colors that almost border on the pink in color on them also. This one sold on eBay for $1,250. And the most expensive one that I have seen personally sell in probably the last 5 or 10 years is this one right here. And this is a very large, tall version, a designer piece of some sort back from the 1960s. A wood actual table with this mounted in the center of it. So Holy Grail is what they describe it. It's 48 inches tall, so it's a pretty big, giant piece also. This tops the chart at selling for $5,000. This one as well sold on eBay, plus shipping you have to figure in here. Insurance, I am sure, would be added. In something like this, you may actually only want it to be a local pickup. But those are the top selling lava lamps as of right now. Well, there we have it. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Tony? Look at Digger, Mom. Digger the dog, Digger, he goes with you when you explore. Just pull his leash and go for a walk. He's your dog for sure. What's your dog's name? Digger. Digger the dog, Digger, he goes with you when you explore. Just pull his leash and go for a walk. He's your dog for sure.
Digger the dog, when you pull his string, he walks 5 feet from Romper Room.